Hello, everyone. Mindy here with Econologics Financial Advisors, and I am your host for today's webinar event. So we understand the impact this epidemic has had on both businesses and personal finances, and it's changed our viewpoints on safety, probably in every single way. So what we also know is it's changed consumer behaviors and attitudes as well. Therefore, recovery requires new tactics if we want to be successful. So that was the inspiration for this week's webinar event, Marketing and Financial Tactics to Help You Successfully Recover in This New Economic Environment. So backed by popular demand, we have two amazing speakers to discuss recovery. An expert in personal finance for practice owners, our very own co-owner of Econologics Financial Advisors, Eric Miller, and a marketing genius we've had the good fortune to meet over the course of the last few months, Sabran Walker, CEO of Walker Creative. So you guys are definitely in for a treat. So we're going to talk about the top 10 tactics here. 5 are marketing and 5 are financial. So we're going to start with you, Sabran. Take it away.
Fantastic. It's great to be here with you guys. Your team is so cool and so on top of what's going on financially in this scene. And so I really appreciate you inviting me to be here with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Fantastic. So let's just go into the slides. So the marketing factors for practice owners, and really this for any small business owner, this will be so. If you're listening and you're a practice owner, definitely right on. But at small business owners as well of any type, these factors are things that I'm doing with my clients right now successfully. And this is key stuff for in any local market, what you need to be doing. So first, know where you are and how you're doing. I'm going to cover how to communicate right now. And then 3 factors for building long-term growth. And then your website and social presence must-dos. And then finally, advertising. Should we be advertising, yes or no, or how should we be doing that? And that's been coming up a lot. Okay, so here we go. All right, now as just an overview on the changing consumer attitudes and what consumers are doing right now, here's some statistics and facts. A very broad survey was completed recently by it's a market research company named Rival, and they found these pieces of information, which I think is really relevant to what we're talking about today. Is 76% of consumers have recently picked up new habits, behaviors, and routines in the wake of COVID-19. Okay, and so of those people, 89% said that they plan on keeping some of those new habits, right? So now let's think about that. As business owners, we need to be making sure we're reaching these people and building connection with these people and with our community now, because we have to be part of those new habits and things that they're going to be doing and be on the list, be part of our consumers' world. All right. So it also goes on to say consumers are also trying new products, and 36% are planning to continue using new brands, right? And as an example, it breaks down, this piece of research breaks down grocery shopping has very much gone online. If you've been out to the stores, you can see like tons of those shopping carts filled with things that the staff have filled up and they deliver it to you. So it's a huge change in buying behavior. And the winner in this area right now is Walmart. I mean, obviously they have a huge market share, but the key thing they're winning, and if you've seen their commercials recently, it's like the customer experience, how they're taking care of you, and also the safety of their employees and you as the public. So they're really pushing on this very hard, and it's winning for them. So it just gives us a sense of what, for any small business, we need to be communicating big time and be becoming a piece of that new product potentially, or continuing product that people are and consumers are getting into during this time. All right. Okay, that being said, let's jump into this. So the first thing I talked about was sort of statistics, analytics. How are you doing? Okay, now with all my clients, we set them up on analytics. Google Analytics, you have your Facebook Insights, you have your YouTube Analytics. So for a lot of the viewers right now that are on this webinar, you guys out there, you may have this set up, you may have not. But I'll say this, is that when I take on a new client, and a lot of the people I'm talking to out there that are looking for marketing help, 65% do not pay attention to their analytics, and many don't even have it set up and connected to their website. So it's a point, because what this does, if we get our analytics and our way to manage our statistics marketing-wise, with Google, with YouTube, with Facebook, and we're looking at it, let's look at where we are now, so that when we're doing the work we're going to be doing that I'm going to talk about, then, okay, good. So we've got, where we are in May. So now in September, October, down the line, when things have changed a lot more than they have so far today with this economic situation, we'll be able to see how we've done. We want to be able to track this stuff, and we want to be able to see what actions are working the best. So do your best now to look into setting up your Google Analytics and be able to know where this stuff is, so you can see where it is. And on my next slide, if you don't have it set up, you log into Google, and up you can see the red arrow up in the top left corner. You may not pay attention to this, you may, but you'll have a little icon or an avatar picture. It might just be your initials. As a business owner, you go to your Google account and you can set up a business account and your Google My Business page, and then also go in and set up your Google Analytics. If you type in analytics.google.com, you'll see a page that then says what this says: welcome to Google Analytics. Set it up for free. Click that button. Very self-explanatory. Go through the steps and set this up. And again, I understand that some of the people watching this webinar, you have some of this set up, but some people don't, and I want to make sure these basics are in. If you have these basics in and you can track how you're doing, it's going to be fantastic for you in the long run, so you can see what's working. All right, now let's move on. Achieving market leadership, the one component that is senior to all else. This is what we have to be doing. Getting attention. Marketing is about getting attention. The person who has the most attention is going to be the winner. They're also going to be the most profitable. You have to create this attention on yourself, this brand awareness. Then those people can be converted into buyers and fans and people that become advocates of your product and services. So that's what we need to be working on, is how do we get attention? And I'm going to talk about the things we can do and the things that I'm doing right now successfully with my clients to get attention, and then convert that attention into new customers, new clients, new patients. All right. Now, part of that getting attention is, how do we get that attention in the way how we should be doing it right now in this particular environment? Okay, we want to have empathy from a leadership position. We want to let people know that we understand what they're going through. As a business owner, we want to communicate on our social media, on the various platforms that we're on, and also in person. We have to have empathy with them. We have to understand what's going on, but we also have to be a leader. We are a business owner. We're a leader in this situation. We're taking responsibility in our businesses to keep proper protocols, cleanliness. I mean, I know with all my dentists, particularly, they're implementing a lot of different equipment. They're wearing different sprays or UV products they're using to keep the environment clean, keep people separated. Veterinary practices are also doing this, and I'm sure there's many other practices and businesses that have their own protocols. So you got to share that information, understand where the customer is at, where their fears are and concerns are, and then communicate that you're dealing with this, and what you're here to do is help them get your product or service to deal with the problem they want solved. But we're doing these things. All right. So I'm sharing a couple pictures here because I wanted to show some examples. Dr. Bracker is a dentist in New York. That's a Facebook post, and that is a video she recorded that I actually recorded with her on Skype. No matter how you do it, get it done. All right. There's so many ways to make it happen, to do this right. get a video done where you communicate. Video is the most powerful way to connect with your customers and then build trust, because they see your face, they hear your voice, they hear and feel the empathy, but they also, they may not even notice it, but you're being a leader to tell them how it's going and that you're here for them. So Dr. Bracker did this video. I recorded my screen, her doing Skype with me, where she did this and she talked to her community. I'm not sure if you can see the numbers on that, but that video on her Facebook got a lot of engagement, a lot of likes, a lot of people viewing it, comments, and it's gone many more than that now. The next one is Dr. McDonough. He's an orthodontist in the Salt Lake City area, and he similarly has started doing more videos. And I've been coaching and working with him, and he's getting very good at doing videos. And it's a time to get it done however you get it done. If your wife is going to take your phone and do the video, and she's going to record it, or your husband's going to record it of you, either one, get that done, or it's your office manager in your practice. Get these videos done. So he posted that video with Dr. McDonough on his Facebook page, tons of engagement, tons of likes, lots of comments and shares, because the community and your patients recognize that and appreciate that you're being there. This is what makes you stand out and apart from your competition. I'm telling you, you're going to be in the top percentile of small businesses if you're the one actively posting, sharing videos where you're talking to your community and being there for them. This next one is a veterinarian in Illinois, and they're sharing pictures of their curbside service, so that right now they still don't have it where you can bring your pet inside. So the humans can't interact, but they'll come out and they'll take your pet from your car. So they have this curbside service. A lot of veterinarians are doing this right now. And so they're sharing how that's going, and that's communicating, that's having empathy, and showing the community how you can still be active and take care of your pets.
Hey, Sabran, it's funny because, these aren't like, super professional, high quality videos, but I think that resonates with people more because they're just more real, right? People can kind of identify with taking a phone and just doing a video, of someone. It's that seems to me like that just makes it more real to the people they're trying to address. It
really is, Eric. You're so right. We're not, we're doctors, we're business owners. We're not, we didn't sign up to be actors, right? So it's not
right.
Always in someone's comfort zone. When they realize as they're, we move into, in 2020 now, you have to be willing to be the face of your brand, and you ought to be willing to take these devices and to simply do a selfie video with your phone of you walking around your practice or your business and saying, hey, I want to show you we're doing this. I want to show you that here's my assistant. Look, she's wearing this face shield. She's wearing this proper attire. That's the protocol we have. And just to simply walk around naturally with a selfie video and share that on your social feeds, on your YouTube channel if you have one. You can also post it on your Google page. And I'm going to take you through in this webinar. I'm going to share with people examples of how you all do all this stuff. But Eric, you're so right that a very informal selfie video can be way more powerful than paying for, the top professional video. It's not to say that you don't want a really good video for your website homepage or something like that. Those are important too. But right now, to just keep your feed alive, that's exactly right.
Well, look at that for Dr. McDonough. That's 66 people that aren't thinking about another orthodontic practice in their vicinity. When he's in front of them, they're not thinking about another orthodontist, they're just thinking about him.
That's exactly right. And his loyal patients are proud. Whether they mention it, a lot of them are going to tell their friends. They're proud. Their dentist, their orthodontist is out there on video. Did you see him? This is the kind of stuff that is why social media is social media. This gets people talking to each other, their friends, their neighbor, and that kind of thing.
Cool.
All right, let's move on. So and how to communicate to get attention. So as I talked about, you have that empathy, but where do we put it? This is a Amigo Animal Clinic in Colorado, and then Christensen Dental in the Las Vegas area. And so we shot these videos. And again, I'm going to share very tactically how this went. So this one, the Christensen Dental, I coached the office manager and the doctor. Fantastic practice. The doctor isn't an actor. He was like, gosh, do this, and I said, just have him stand there, get him relaxed, talk to him about his morning. And he stood in his lobby and I said, just turn the camera on, hold it horizontally, not vertically. I know we tend to hold our phones vertically. Hold it horizontally because that's better for YouTube and websites and that kind of thing. So just record him talking, and I gave them an outline of what to say. And we got that. It turned out great. I edited it. We put it on his website. Amigo Animal Clinic, same thing. Got the doctor, coached him a little bit on what to say, and then we recorded it on their phone. Both of these were shot with phones. And then they're both videos now on their homepages of their website. And so they are getting that communication out there, and they're adjusting their websites. So, that's something to look into, look at your website. A lot of us as business owners forget to look at our own websites and see what the patient, what the customer is seeing. Because we built it a year ago or 2 years ago, and we sort of forget, is it appropriate today in today's economic environment? And look at that. What is the communication you're putting out there? Is it saying the right thing? So now with these two examples, these guys are saying the right thing. Now, you want to build communication, connection, and trust. Now, you can do that through your social media, through your website, and this type of thing. Now, this is an example. This is a real graph of a veterinarian who we took their advertising, and later on in this webinar, I'm going to talk about what to do with advertising. What we did in this situation to share this example is we say, good, really stick on social media, get your posts on Facebook. Facebook is the most important one. Communicate, build connection. That will build trust. What this did is this practice lowered what they were spending on advertising, 0 on Facebook and very low on Google. We kept a little bit on Google because when you turn it off entirely, you lose the power you've built up over long term on Google. So you don't want to turn off your advertising entirely. But everything went down. Their statistics went to highest ever. They went from an average of 50 to 60, pets coming in, new clients per month, which is really good. I think most people consider that's great for a vet practice. They hit 90 new clients in 1 month. Wow. With less advertising and just good organic posts on Facebook like crazy. It can be huge. They do a lot of video, simple selfie video like Eric, like we talked about, and they built connection and built trust. Okay. The 3 things that are the key focus for everybody right now: SEO, social media, video. Where? Google, Facebook, YouTube. There's a lot of detailed SEO, and obviously I'm not going to be able to, to share all that. I'm going to have to turn over to Eric pretty soon. There's a lot of important stuff he's to be sharing with you on the finance side of this, but you have to have SEO points in. That's going to be done with your Google My Business page, building that up properly, your YouTube channel, yes, but your website being properly built, all the stuff in the back end of your website being done properly, and considering, I don't want to say too much that's going to get people too deep into the terminology, but you have your keywords and things like this. You got to get your SEO in. People got to be able to find you. Okay, but your social media, primarily your social media, your most important for most everybody watching this is going to be Facebook. But you also have your Google My Business page, which you can post to now. So you have your Google My Business page, Facebook, and if you're getting into video, YouTube. YouTube is powerful. YouTube has now beat Google as the #1 search engine in the world. Okay, so YouTube is now bigger than Google. Interestingly, Google owns YouTube. So Google owns the entirety, really, of the most powerful platforms online. So there you go. And then video. And you've seen, I've already spoken plenty, so far about how important video is and how powerful it is to build trust. All right. Now, I wanted to share these with you. And these are real examples, real time. These are all posts that happened in the last week with my clients where those who are watching this webinar, when you see Facebook posts, let's say for a dentist as an example, a beautiful girl with perfect white teeth, and it talks about great to have white teeth. It's easily noticed that that's not real, that that's a stock picture. And while that's better than nothing, it's not very good. And the way to really win on social media, to get engagement and to get people connecting with you, commenting on it or sharing it and at least liking it, is to share what's really going on in your practice or in your business, things that are really happening. So this picture far over to the right is at a veterinary practice. And this is a little baby dog, or just a little dog. And this dog is strapped, or whatever you want to call it, to a stapler. And the funny thing that they're saying is it's nice when the dog weighs less than a stapler, because you can use that to hold them in one place in the office. It's pretty funny. It's actually a video. It's like 10 seconds long. Super cute, got major engagement, lots of likes, lots of shares. It's just cute. It's funny. And vets have an advantage over all of us on social media because everybody loves a cute animal. Okay. I mean, we all know that, right?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, they kill it on social media. That's just, and hopefully for all the vets out there and anybody who might see this, I mean, you better be, right? As a vet, you have that advantage. Use it. Okay. But here's another great one. This one here is, this dentist in Las Vegas, Christensen Dental, they had taken the next step where it's not just emergency visits, but they can, with proper protocol do other treatments. And so this patient was like super happy that he finally got to come back and see his dentist. He brought bagels to all the staff. Super nice. They took a photo of the patient, took a photo of the bagels he brought in. Hey, this picture on Facebook is real. It's just what's happening. It's that we're all in this community together. We care about each other. Got tons of engagement, tons of views, lots of likes, comments, and everything. Great post. And here's the video that we shot of the doctor in the other veterinary practice. And so we just posted the video on his Facebook feed and got lots of engagement. Or excuse me, this one actually is not his Facebook. This is his Google My Business feed. Okay, so these three to the left side of this screen are all posts on Google My Business. And so use your Google My Business page to put material. This is really good for your SEO and starts feeding your Google My Business page up in the rankings to people searching for that product near me. Okay, so that's that vet. Here's a dentist, a different pediatric dentist in the Salt Lake City area. This is a short little video we made for them that says that we're open, and it has pictures of the practice. So this is getting a lot of engagement on Google My Business. And then here's another one where we are open, and from another dentist. So those are posts there. All right, so that's how to do it. This is the way you want to be posting on social media. Okay, and refresh. Okay, so let's move down to the next target here. Refresh stuff. Okay, I've already commented on this, but take a fresh view of your Facebook profile page for your business and your Google My Business page and your website. Those three, okay? If nothing else, look at those three. These two is Dr. Bracker, New York. This is Epic Functional Medicine in Iowa. Okay, this is their Facebook profile page. You can see they've got their branding. These both things are not photographs. Both of the headers here are actual videos that we shot with them, and we created 59-second videos. The videos on your Facebook feed, this is a technical point, have to be less than a minute. So these are 59-second videos. You can post them to the top of your Facebook page, and you can put any video you want. If you shoot a new video about what you're doing related to the economy now and COVID-19, 59 seconds or less, you can put it right at the top of your Facebook, and that's a fantastic way to meet new patients on your Facebook page. All right, and then here's examples of refreshing your website. And again, these are actual websites we recently built and launched. So these websites are newly launched websites for these practices. I'm not sharing the before photos of what their websites looked like. That wouldn't be nice. But so new website for this dentist, new website for this functional medicine doctor, new website for this veterinarian in Illinois. Newly launched, newly considering the situation that we've got. This has a video right at the top where he's directly addressing the COVID-19 situation. You can see there's a video right here on the dentist on the right that talks about the situation. So these are just fresh, new websites. You don't have to make a new website. You might have a nice website, but take a new view to refresh it, considering what's going on. Make sure you're communicating appropriately. All right. Advertising, yes or no? Here's the word. We have cut down advertising for 2 months now. It's been what? Has it been, Eric, about 8 or 9 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty close to that. Yeah.
So we have advised our clients to bring all their advertising way down. Let's not spend money right now. Let's work on building organic connection and trust with our communities. But this is what I'm going to say now. Now is the time. It is changing. Governors are changing what they're messaging out there. The scene is different. So business is starting to pick up again. Start pushing in your advertising. We're going to start putting more advertising dollars right now across the boards. Your advertising dollars, you can look this up. You can Google this and look around. Your spend on Google and Facebook and YouTube is going to be more powerful for you right now. Not as many people are spending money. So if you start spending some money right now, you're going to get more bang for your buck on your ads. All right. So that's just the word right now, is we're going to start pushing that back in. A month ago, I wouldn't have said that. Okay, so Eric, this is my final slide. I'm going to turn it back over to you. I hope this has helped everybody a lot. Of course, we're going to take questions at the end, and I think there's going to be a little bit of Q&A, so we can take that up. And then there's, of course, the offer where I'm going to totally willing. I'm going to do a free complimentary 30-minute marketing call with anybody who wants one as part of this. But digital marketing strategy, this is time to get one in place. You know, have a goal. Decide what your goal is. And a lot of people are going to say, I want new patients, new clients, right? But some people are doing pretty well. I have two of the clients that I've spoken about are doing fantastic right now. But brand awareness, the view of the brand and the quality of what people are seeing might be a really important piece for you. Let's say you want to upgrade everything. So you got to decide what your goal is, right? Have a target audience. Make sure you've really named what your target audience is. And then the channels to reach that target audience. And in most cases, the people I'm talking to, I think your key ones is Google, YouTube, and Facebook. In some cases, if let's say you're a gym owner, maybe Instagram, right? But if you're a dentist, Instagram's not the best one. If you're a vet, Instagram is pretty good because the cute puppies and kittens for sure. And then execute it. Execute. You got to do it. We've talked about it. You got to then get and do it, and then keep track of it. That's the Google Analytics, the YouTube Analytics, the Facebook Insights. Keep track of how it's going so you can see where you are now and where you've gotten to and what's working for you. I really hope that's helped. I think, Eric, that was my last slide.
Excellent. Good, man. That was incredibly valuable. I got to tell you, I think, people have to pay attention to their marketing. Just like I say, people have to pay attention to their money. You got to pay attention to your marketing right now. So if you have any uncertainties, any doubts about what you're doing right now, look, you take some action right now. You can see the right of your screen. Here's our offer. Sabran's going to offer a complimentary 30-minute consultation. So, which I'm assuming you can ask him anything. In regards to your strategy, your branding, your website, whatever you need help with, definitely take advantage of that. And because you cannot expect to survive if your marketing is not strong right now. Believe me, we spend 10% of our revenue on our marketing because we know how important it is to get attention and to get known right now. So definitely take advantage of that and schedule that with him. Okay, so I'm going to roll right now. Are you ready? So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Eric Miller. I've been I'm the co-owner of Econologics Financial Advisors. I've been a financial advocate for practice owners for the last 12 years. And, a lot of the problems that face practice owners financially are, they don't pay themselves what they're worth. They get overwhelmed by debt. They underfund their retirement and they overpay in taxes. And, we've really set out as a mission to help rectify that. so that practice owners can really own their own lives financially, and they can finally get into the condition where they can reap the benefits of the work that they put in. Right now, there is a reality check that a lot of practice owners are just going to have to face, that this is different than what it's been in the past. And we cannot operate the same way financially that we have. There's a billion people right now, billion youth that are no longer in school. There's actually 40 million people are unemployed. I want you guys to really digest that number right now. 40 million, this says 30. Okay, numbers just came out. It's 40 million people are unemployed in the United States right now. Every state is operating a little bit differently on these guidelines, and our national debt is over $30 trillion right now. We can simply not ignore this and think that we can operate our business and our finances the same way that we've done in the past. We absolutely have to change the way that we operate. And I think, what do you do? I mean, what is it that you do in order to change what you've been doing? Well, I think one of the key things is that you really have to separate out what is important versus what is unimportant. And from a financial perspective, there are fundamentals that you should be focusing on right now when it comes to your financial situation. Like, I can tell you right now, you shouldn't be worrying about debt consolidation. You shouldn't be worrying about refinancing. You shouldn't be worrying about your investment products or all these government assistance programs or trying to budget to economize. You know, these are not the things that you should be worried about. But you look at that and you say, but Eric, that's all I see on TV right now. These are all the things that I've been told I should do, and hence the problem. You see, because right now you should be focusing, as Sabran said, on marketing. You should be focusing on having a strategy. You should be focusing on creating business reserves and household reserves and income production and being a better steward of money and learning how to control your money better and getting rid of all of your bad debt and really knowing how to save money in taxes. See, those are the important actions that I think people should be focusing on right now. And that really is the change of operating basis that you have to take, that these things are no longer important. These are the things on the right-hand side that you really have to put your attention on and get good at. Because, you know, in my time as being a financial advisor, I've really found that there's 3 skills that you really have to understand and know how to apply. And what I say that is that creating wealth has always been made to seem it's really, really complex. But if you really break down the people that are really good with money, they know how to do 3 things really, really well. And they do them very well. Number 1, they know how to acquire money. They know how to market, they know how to promote, they know how to sell, and they know how to deliver. They know how to acquire money. They know how to tap into their industry. They know how to get attention, as Sabran said. They know how to acquire money. The second thing that people with wealth know very, very well is they know how to control money, meaning that they're not spending more than what they make. They're not always broke every month. They're very solvent. They have reserves. They're not late on their bills. They don't have credit card debt. They know how to control their money extremely well. And then the last ability is they know how to expand money. They don't put their money in places that they don't understand what the outcome is going to be. They reinvest their money back in their business. They invest very prudently, but they always look for cash flow. These are the abilities that you really need to have right now. These aren't complex, okay? These are very, very fundamental actions, but people that have money just know how to do them extraordinarily well. And that's really all you have to focus on is the basics right now. So here are some things that I would continue to do from a financial perspective, especially in your practice. You know, I think Sabran hit it on the head right now. You have to communicate with your patients, your referral sources. Let them know that you're open right now. Let them know that you are operating, that you are ready for patients, that you want to see patients. When it comes to your finances, though, you have to make sure that you are inspecting your cash flow lines. Like right now, more than ever, you cannot ignore your money lines. You have to know exactly what's coming in, what's going out, what your make break numbers are, who's collecting money for me. Do they know exactly what their responsibility is and what their targets are? Definitely get rid of all negative influences. Look, you have an opportunity, as I've said many times before. If there are people that you don't want in your office, you don't have to bring them back. So get rid of people that are not going to contribute to the goals and purposes of the organization. Make sure you reestablish your mission. Like, we just did something today that I thought was really awesome in our office. We got everybody together. We did this little scavenger hunt. We got everyone's attention outside, and it was good fun. But it really got the group together, and we were able to reestablish the mission of what we're trying to do. We're trying to help 5,000 practice owners achieve financial independence. Every one of you has a different purpose as well. So I would spend some time in getting the group really established on what that purpose is. Make sure you have a new game and set new income targets, because you probably had a goal, especially if you're working with us. We set you an income target of what you need to make at the very beginning of the year. Well, that probably went out the window when this hit. So now you just have to reestablish what that number is. What is your income target for your practice? And what are your personal income targets as well? Obviously promote, and then just get your staff to do their job. And I think we don't need heroes right now. We just need people that can just do their job. And don't underestimate the power of your attention on your income sources. You really need to identify all of your income sources, and those that are the highest profit margins and the easiest to deliver. That's what you want to focus on right now. As I've talked about before, from a household perspective, you need to treat your household as your primary business. Now, what's that mean? Well, if you followed us for any length of time, you know that when it comes to one of our basic philosophies of money and success with money, is that if you own a business, you are not a servant to that business. That business is an asset of the household. Your household is the parent company. So you have to make sure that you start with the goals and purposes of the household. Make sure that you have a mission, a philosophy. What is your why? And then, of course, make sure that you're creating the right income demand that your household needs to operate. Because once you do that, you can then assign that number of how much money you need to the practice, because that's going to be your main income source. How much does the business need to make for me to create other income streams, for me to get out of debt, for me to, have retirement income? And those are some of the things that I think people are ignoring from a household perspective. And then, of course, have a plan. Make sure that you have a plan so that money is not getting lost in places, and but mostly you're just paying attention to your finances, because I can promise you, if you do not pay attention to your finances, any business owner that doesn't pay attention to their finances is going to become an employee sooner or later. So make sure that you're definitely paying attention to your finances. So a couple of things here too, when it comes to being a steward of money. In my time in working with, probably 400 or 500 different practice owners, I can tell you right now that if you are engaging in destructive personal and financial activities, along with being complacent, that will always lead to a worsening of your financial condition. You have to kind of just give yourself a checkup from the neck up. Look at what you're doing. Ask yourself, am I proud of the actions that I'm taking? Okay. If you're not proud of the things that you're doing in your personal life or your financial activities, chances are that is what is leading you to have problems with money. So I'm not sitting here judging anybody, but I am telling you right now that I have never seen anyone that has been constantly immoral or done destructive personal activities that has ever had success with money in the long term. So just really look at that for yourself. Definitely be fluid in your past behaviors and willing to change the things that you've done in the past, because again, we're kind of operating in a new paradigm right now. We have to do things differently. You absolutely can control. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care all the conspiracy theories and everything that's out there right now that says this is what's going to happen next. Okay, so I have to just sit there and take it. That is not the case. You are still in control of your financial condition. And the more constructive habits that you put in and do them over and over and over again, that will always lead to a betterment of your condition. It is doing constructive habits over and over again that will actually lead to a betterment of your financial condition. But I think that the key, of course, is that you have to work with people that understand not only your business, but your personal finances, and they come up with a system to hold you accountable so that you can keep your financial habits in place. I don't know about Sabran, but I'm going to tell you this right now. You should never, ever disconnect from anybody that shows you good habits, whether they're good marketing habits or good financial habits. You should never disconnect from anybody that holds you accountable and establishes those habits for you.
Yeah, so, Eric, it's so true. And it's interesting, you know, because you're hitting things on the head that even I go through with my clients, because, you know, things you say here are I have conversations about this with my clients, and I'm not even their financial advisor. This morning, we talked about having to let someone go that was just to completely negative influence. And they said, as he's been gone for a couple weeks, from the moment that happened, they're making more money and the other staff are happier the moment it happened. So you had one of your points here is like, let people go that need to be let go. And then keep people around that are making you more powerful, that are supporting.
Yeah, it's 100%. Like there's two miracles of business that I was always told. The first miracle of business is the day that someone shows up and wants to buy something. That's like a miracle, right? Like the first time you get a customer, you're like, oh my God, this actually works, right? And then the second miracle is the moment that you get rid of a toxic person. It is amazing in looking, and I'm sure you've seen this too. It is amazing what happens to a business when you get rid of a toxic personality in your vicinity. It just like everything lifts from there. And, you know, so I would look, I'm not encouraging you to go out there and just like fire someone just because they pissed you off. Right. But I mean, obviously they have to show a pattern of bad behavior and not caring and not getting a product, and, you know, but they just don't bring a camaraderie. They don't participate. You know, they're always causing trouble, stirring up trouble. You guys know what I'm talking about. So don't be reasonable about that. There's, like I said, there's 40 million people that are unemployed right now. You don't have to sit there and eat crow from anyone at this point. So be choosy about who you bring into the organization. So, okay, well, that's my part right there. Again, if you have any questions at all about our services, or there's anything in regards to your personal finances, if you have a question about the PPP loan, anything that is financially related, we're definitely going to make sure that we offer you a 30-minute consultation with one of our specialists. And again, you can ask us anything. It's 30 minutes. I would take advantage of that. Look, what do you have to lose? There's really no sense, both from a marketing standpoint and from a financial standpoint, to have any uncertainties. You can't afford them right now. You have to be clear on exactly what you're doing. So take advantage of that offer. Click on the right side of the screen. And I think that's all I have.
Yeah, I'll just add to that real quick. And this, not to toot my own horn, but my career started in public relations a long time ago. And for 25 years, I've been doing public relations and marketing for businesses of all sizes. So I've sort of done it all. So yeah, I just want to support what Eric was just saying. You know, take advantage of him, take advantage of me to, use that experience. So whatever we can do to help you right now.
Yep.
Okay, awesome, guys. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for attending today. And as they mentioned, not to beat a dead horse here, but just go to the right of your screen, click the offer. It'll take you to a page. You can indicate whether you want to talk to Walker Creative or Econologics Financial Advisors Specialist or both. And we'll get in touch with you to schedule that appointment right away. All right, if that's everything we've got. Yeah, guys?
Yeah, that's all I have.
All right, say goodbye.
See ya.
Great, guys.